Almost 4 years separated the releases of Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4 back in the early 2000s. In order to bridge the gap between games, Polyphony released a handful of smaller entries. One of them we have checked out previously, being Gran Turismo Concept, which had received 3 separate editions, with each representing a motor show at the time. In many ways it felt like a standalone expansion of Gran Turismo 3, borrowing many game elements from it in order to show off an assortment of new upcoming cars and concepts. In the year following the releases of the GT Concept entries, Polyphony wanted to provide a closer look at the future of the series. With Gran Turismo 3's massive success, many players were excited to see where the series would head next. And in order to give players a little glimpse of what they can expect, Polyphony made Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. However, only if you were from Asia or Europe. Sorry, Americans. Intended as a sort of early demo of Gran Turismo 4, Prologue was supposed to show off some of the new locations and cars players could expect in the new mainline entry, while also providing some neat behind-the-scenes footage. Since it was released a full year ahead of the final game's release in Japan, there were some pretty drastic differences to the actual full game. I figured it would be a neat little piece of Gran Turismo history to check out, so I went ahead and gave it a shot with pretty much no prior knowledge of the game. Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, funnily enough, if you play this on an emulator and have a retro achievements account, this also has achievements, which is kinda cool. So I've not played this or seen this before. Like, this is completely new to me. Oh yeah. Yep. That's how I know the game is from the early 2000s. You know what surprises me? The intro is in 60 FPS. That's sick. Honestly, that's very cool. Yeah, that's bogus. That guy is not in the game. That's bogus. That's false advertisement right there. Alright, Gran Turismo 4 Prologue is actually not the first time they did one of these demo games, if you will. Like, we've just previously checked out, what was it, Gran Turismo 2002 Tokyo Geneva, which as far as I know also wasn't the first time they did one of these like prolonged demos, if you will. They kept doing these for quite a while. I think there's one for Gran Turismo 5 that I definitely know. And the most popular one, without a doubt, probably being Gran Turismo Sport. Okay, but yeah, I have not seen this yet. I did only have like one quick round with this to see if it's running, and it's an interesting one. This is now in-game, an in-game replay. Wait, what is it? Okay, I think the emulator just... Yeah, okay, I think the emulator boxed the replays. The menus are so different. Like, it still uses that orange, you know, that you had in earlier Gran Turismo games. But you still have a little bit of that GT4 art style mixed in, like that blue, you know, that light blue and white. It looks kind of bizarre, honestly. You have an arcade mode and a school mode. I guess school mode is probably just the license tests, which I assume is what all of these like signs are around the screen here. So let's just start with that, I suppose. Welcome to the Gran Turismo driving school. This is a training mode which will equip... Who's supposed to read that? Oh, there we go. To effectively compete in the world of Gran Turismo... Why? Why even put text there? Alright, well, I guess we just move on. I love how we're just moving a cone. Learning the basics of steering. Your first experience of circuit racing on a beginner's course.
Welcome to the first lesson of Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. For this lesson, take 2 relaxed laps around the course. The engine of the car has been limited to enable a maximum speed of just 50 kilometers per hour. If you go off the track, you'll be disqualified. Just think of it as a Sunday drive. Good luck with the lesson. Alright,
did not expect voice acting here. This is kinda cool. Why did they not keep that around? Like, that feels a lot more personal. Alright, let's give it a try. How hard can it be? It's literally an egg. That's starting you off very slowly. Now I know what she meant with Sunday drive, you know? This feels very much like Gran Turismo 3. Like, something about the graphics, the camera obviously not being super stiff, but also the HUD and the orange colors and the sound effects makes this feel a lot like Gran Turismo 3 still. It just feels like a refreshed version of it. It's so weird, you know? Not in a bad way, but in an interesting way. I think we're gonna see a lot more of that. You can really tell how much can change over a little bit more than a year in game development. It's pretty crazy. I only got a bronze from... Dude, this is so easy. How do you only get bronze here? How do you fuck this up? Wait, is this my initial? Oh yeah, C, B, T. There we go. I did get the car though. Oh wow, look at that. What did they do a Need for Speed 2015 there and just put the car into a cutscene? Like a... What was that? Why did the people look so pixelated? Like everyone's saying, oh, Need for Speed 2015's cutscene's so cool, so cool. Yeah, look at this, man. Gran Turismo 4 Prologue in 2003. Already did it here, man. 2015, get out of here. Alright, learning the basics of steering number 2. This one's only 12 seconds. Let's give this a try. Okay, maybe... oh, what is this camera view? Oh, God. What is this camera view? Although this actually kind of helped. That actually kind of helped, to be honest. Because I wasn't actually able to see the cones otherwise. Okay, there's my ghost. That is such a weird, but at the same time, very useful camera. Hey, there we go. What a weird camera. This is such a weird game overall. Like, I've barely seen anything. This feels like a fever dream. Am I the only one? Like, this really feels like a fever dream. New tracks in there, and there's voice acting, and there's these weird 2015 style cutscenes. Like, this is so weird. Alright, braking for beginners. Those are usually my favorite.
With racing games, many players simply try to go as fast as possible, neglecting brake application altogether. This lesson is your chance to learn to use that often forgotten brake.
She knows. She just dissed all of us. Because she knows. Alright, you had to brake. Right. I forgot.
Often forgotten brake.
Okay, this camera is goofy, but it helps. Because with the regular Gran Turismo camera, it's sometimes, especially on taller cars like this one, it's actually kind of difficult to see where you're going.
When a car doesn't respond to steering on a corner, drivers often try to steer into the corner even harder. The car still fails to turn and they end up ploughing off the track, a common sight in racing games. In this lesson, you'll learn a...
Why is she roasting us so hard, man? Yeah, I actually cannot see what's in front of me with this car. I'm gonna have to use this camera again. Okay, with this car I can actually see ahead, which is kind of nice for a change. But we're not gonna do only license tests, I will also do some races. Dirt surface. Okay, this is gonna be really interesting now. Because they massively changed the physics of those dirt roads.
This lesson's designed not to get the best time, but to help you familiarize yourself with the physical properties of this rally car.
Rally car?
Rally car.
Excuse me, did she just call this thing a rally car?
Rally car.
Nice rally car. What is it doing, man? He just gave up. You know, I remember legends like Colin McRae racing in this thing. Very, very beloved, beloved rally legend, this thing. I'm guessing I can't see anything. Actually, it is small enough that I can see at least something. But man, this is the Grand Canyon, right? Like from Gran Turismo 4. It looks so much worse. Like the detail is missing so hard. And look how much better the physics are. Yeah, those are definitely the off-road physics from Gran Turismo 3, which I think were the best in the series. And they really botched them, in my opinion, with Gran Turismo 4. Like, this feels so much smoother and so much better. Like, you actually have some semblance of grip. Like, this just feels good to play. Like, they messed this up so badly in 4, which is kind of unfortunate. So it's probably also not a stretch to say that the entire physics model is basically the same here as in Gran Turismo 3. Which would basically mean that they completely redid the physics and handling of the game within like the year and a half that they still had until release, which is kind of crazy to think about. We couldn't even get silver, man. Yikes.
You finished the green section. Now try the orange section.
Oh, okay, that's what this is. Driving school green.
Wow.
This looks so cheap. Okay, then in that case, let's make a break here and go to the arcade modes. Are those all the tracks we have? It seems so. Yeah, those are all new. I remember these all got added with Gran Turismo 4. And those are definitely some fan favorites. 240Z, nice that that's the first selection. On the Odyssey. Ugh. Yeah, none of these were in Gran Turismo 3, I think. Or maybe a couple of those. This one probably was, I think. Ooh, that one's nice. I don't even remember that one from Gran Turismo 4. And here are the cars that we won from the license tests. Nothing super exciting that I'm desperate to drive again. Let's go with this one. Wait, tire type? What's the difference between road and normal? I guess I want to go for sports instead of normal, right? Is that better? I don't know. Where are the opponents? It's just me. It's just me and myself. Where are the opponents? You had them disabled? You can disable them? Opponent cards for Tsukuba, Fuji, and NY. Why is that disabled by default? I did not disable that. That is so weird. Yeah, there we go. Bunch of classic JDMs as expected. They are on hard, the opponents. So they should be kind of decent at least. The difficulty also changes the lap count. But yeah, I think we can already up the difficulty to pro. This feels good. I mean, this feels just like Gran Turismo 3. It just reminds me how good that game is to play. In terms of like just handling and how smooth everything is. Okay, so I guess we are upping difficulty to pro. Yeah? Alright, moving up to New York. Okay, I'm not gonna do 5 laps in New York with this goddamn thing. Forget about it. Yellow Evo? Probably the closest thing we could get to a yellow Evo. Oh, but I like that color though. No. I'm going with this color. But is this also beta New York? Gotta say, already looks really nice. It is on the Gran Turismo 3 lighting engine overall. I think it's safe to say we've approached Uncanny Valley territory here. Like it feels old but also new at the same time. Oh, you get a penalty? You get penalties if you hit something? This is an arcade race. Are you for real? Why is that a thing? Oh, very cool, but I'm not doing 5 laps on this. Oh, I wonder what the camera is gonna look like with this car. I don't think there was a car this big in Gran Turismo 3. Actually, no, never mind. Look at that. They pulled it up. They pulled it up a little bit so you can actually see something. Very nice, very nice. It really makes you wonder what Gran Turismo 4 would have looked like if they didn't decide to overhaul the entire physics and lighting engine. Like, if they just stuck with whatever Gran Turismo 3 had and basically just did an expanded version of Gran Turismo 3. Kind of what they did with Gran Turismo 1 and 2. But I think they did the right thing with overhauling Gran Turismo 4 entirely. Is that way it stands out a little bit more. It was also more impressive at the time. And it still makes Gran Turismo 3 more, I don't know, more unique if you will. Alright, let's see. Like, usually I really despise this track. But I suspect that this only has something to do with the Gran Turismo 4 physics being so... Honestly, the best way I can describe it is soapy. Like, it feels like you're driving on soap. But since this is using Gran Turismo 3's off-road handling, I'm clearly doing much better here. But the people here are definitely there. Yeah, this looks fairly close to the final track that I remember. And this is far from being a perfect car, like, for this track. But it's very nice. Like, this feels more natural. You can tell this track was more made for this physics model, and then they changed the physics model, especially for the off-road stuff, and then it just didn't really work anymore. Okay, this took ages. I think I'll be a bit more careful with going to the Grand Canyon. Only in fast cars, maybe some of the rally cars. Alright, I'd say let's go back to school mode. Actually do the orange events. This is a cube, I think. I mean, it is a cube in shape, is what I'm saying. I'm not referring to the model name. I'm saying the shape of the car is a cube. It's so funny how they say, oh, this is a relaxing drive.
Take it as slow as you like.
But then the go time is so freaking tight. It's just like, unless you drive 100% perfectly, you ain't getting it. Honestly, I don't think I drove well enough for gold. Yeah, definitely missed gold. But silver? Okay, we still got a silver. I'll take it. Man, this car, like, we say this as a joke quite a bit. But I do think this car actually sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Like that. This time, I gotta say, this is not a joke this time. Like, this actually sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Oh no.
Right, prevents you.
I already saw the car.
Speed. So, as a racing
God damn, why? Alright, here we are once again with the Copen. I slowed down way too much. That was terrible. Now that I know what the corner looks like, maybe we can be a little bit more ballsy. I'll take it. I'll take it. Get me out of here. I don't wanna drive the Copen anymore. One detail that I gotta say is pretty cool here. Since this is a license test and not a race, there's no crowd. Like, they actually removed all the people here, which makes sense. Who would wanna watch a beginner driver do a license test, you know?
Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Ooh, yeah! New record, baby! 3 inches! That's what I'm talking about! Who's the man? You the man! Woo! Yeah!
Okay, this thing is... Whoa, okay. That thing handles way differently than I thought. And still it was... Wait, it still was almost a gold? If such a piss poor attempt gets this close to gold, then I'm gonna grab it. Okay, that's gonna be a gold. See, I knew that one was easy. Alright, this is the first copy break. I wonder if these... Yeah, these are probably gonna be different than the ones from GT 4. Look at him go. Okay, that one is actually different. I can drive this like 8. Knock over all the cones. Alright, let's do it. Okay, where do we start? I guess here? Okay, I did not miss that one. Okay, I did hit all of them. It was actually silver, nice. High speed braking, oh boy. Oh no. Gonna go so wrong. TLDR, just brake when you drive over the red racing line. Dude, when's it coming up? I'm scared. How far are we driving? What the heck? The absolutely unfiltered skill cannot be put into words. Good to see I can still surprise myself. Okay, I want to test something. Let's see if this works. Oh, you can actually drive off there. But there's gravel. I think I'm not sure if you can somehow get around it. I was thinking if you can cut here, but as long as you're on tarmac, you haven't failed. But the tarmac ends here, so I don't think you can skip over. Nah, okay. For a second I was pogging because I actually managed to pass the cones and not fail. Okay, I should still be fast enough for silver. Brother. Come on. Okay, that was really fast. That was really fast, that exit. I actually got my shit together for once. Don't talk to me, man. Don't talk to me, man. Silver? Who needs silver, man? Just skip to gold. Orange. Why is it birds? Okay, this is more races. Now we're back here, but with an actual rally car. Let's see how we do. Should be much faster than the Skyline I think we had earlier here. But I will say, playing this, although I do miss a few things like the rally physics, overall it definitely makes me appreciate Gran Turismo 4 much more. And how much it has improved in general over Gran Turismo 3. Like, it makes Gran Turismo 7 look like such a joke for borrowing so much from Sport. Especially when you consider between Sport and 7 there were god knows so many years. And between 3 and 5, between 3 and 4, I think there were only like 4 years. If anything, like probably less than 5 years. Alright, I'd say let's go back to school modes and do a couple more of these. Wait, what's the AI doing? Okay, we're driving some big boy cars now. Okay, what do we need? 3 minutes 14, okay. And something tells me that stuff is really hard to hit. And that these kind of challenges where you just have to do 2 laps, that these are actually the hardest ones. You have to basically do 2 laps completely flawlessly. That's pretty wild. That's even... that's even harder than the special licenses. Because there, at least you have to do 1 lap only. And here it's 2. Ooh, I almost fucked it. I almost fucked it there. And look how far away I'm still from gold. Honestly, golding these seems really painful. Really, really painful. I would not want to do that. Why are we moving from an NSX race car to this thing? They give you the hardest challenge right away, and then they have you do this. Oh, this car is garbage, man. Look at this. Wasn't even trying, man. Oh, why a beat? And it's yellow. Oh yeah, once again, great job from that.
Accelerate correct.
Well done, demonstration driver. Good job there.
Yeah, that car is reeing. Oh wow, yeah, take your time shifting, Grandma. Whoa, where did that grip come from? Okay, yeah, that was bad. Oh, we actually have 2 laps. Okay, maybe the second one is gonna be a little bit better. Almost failed there. All right, almost failed again and again. What am I doing? I'm drifting. What? Okay, yeah, sure. I don't mind. Dude, look at that. I'm getting more and more golds. Green, I got 2. Orange, I got 3. Blue, I got 4. Pog. It's funny how they call these tests the relaxing ones when these are easily the most demanding ones. Like, sure, I can like grind out a 19-second section of a track until I get it perfectly right. But yeah, ask me to do 2 laps of a track like this. with basically zero margin for error. I'm not even gonna bother. You need to bring some absurd patience to get a gold here, or even just a silver. Okay, so we actually have to control the throttle. So not like I'm doing right now. Okay, that was so bad I even failed it. The thing is, and this might be an emulator problem. When I press the trigger halfway, it uses 100% of the throttle. That makes this really difficult. I can't use half throttle. I actually have to use quarter throttle. Okay, but that was really good. That was really good. Come on. Yes. You can probably do better if you just use the analog stick with this.
Time for a coffee break.
The previous coffee break we definitely aced, and I already missed them. So 100 cones and I can't miss a single of them. Oh boy. So this is definitely a test of driving precision more than anything else. Oh boy, this is painful. This is painful actually. Dude, 40 seconds in, I feel like I've not even done half. Okay, I did pick up my pace a little bit near the end there. How many are there? Oh my god, dude. I feel like if you want to get anything better than bronze, you have to really memorize this track and get a really good feeling for the car. I'm glad I hit them all in the first place. Like, that's enough for me, man. Alright, final one coming up. Let's go. High speed. Oh, why are you getting with the cones, dude? Come on, leave that shit for the coffee breaks, man. Oh, slalom. I read cone slam instead of cone slalom. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, that was a skill issue. What? 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 How did I hit it? What? I must have just barely scraped that cone. Oh, come on. Ah, what's the hitbox on this car, dude? Game being very silly right now. Okay, I'll take it. Whatever it is, I'll take it. All right. These are tough, man. Some of these are really hard, but also some of these are fairly easy. Definitely the most inconsistent set of tests in the series. Hey, ending movie unlocked. That's where they collected as much reference material as possible. I guess that's where they collected some car data. Wow, that's a lot of cars. What the heck? Haha, Spinella skill issue. It's easy to forget sometimes, you know, how much knowledge creating such a game takes. At least if you want to make something on this level, you know. Wish we would see more stuff like this, because I don't know about you guys, but I find this really fascinating. Gran Turismo 4. I guess that's a sneak peek at the rest of the game. Look how much they already had done here. All these tracks. Yeah, that was really cool. Honestly, very interesting seeing this for the first time.
You've become a skilled driver. Now race in the...
You heard that? She called me a skilled driver, chat. You can't come at me and laugh at me anymore. I'm officially a certified skilled driver. Honestly, that's a really good ratio. 9 golds, 9 silvers, and 10 bronzes. Like, that's completely evened out. I think that is good. Oh god, there's more? The hell is this? I thought we were done. What is this now?
Welcome to the Gran Turismo 4 Prologue bonus lessons.
Bonus lessons?
Bonus lessons.
Bonus lessons?
Bonus lessons.
That's like overtime in school. Who will be, I hope you enjoyed this exam. Here's a bonus exam. Fuck off. Oh, God. Of course, can't go over playing a Gran Turismo game without driving a Yaris at least once. Let's see. Honestly, getting first seems easier than hitting a time target, but still this pans out. Can we do it? Not really. We were a little bit closer than maybe. Alright, some proper cars finally. Fuck me up. Now, honestly, second is best I can do, man, on these. Opponent first is either too far ahead or too fast. Or both. Oh, wow. This one is pain. This is actually 10 laps. I don't have time for this shit anymore. I'm hungry. I want to grab dinner. We're doing 10 laps on this now. I mean, the car is nice, admittedly. The car makes this kind of okay, but the pain here comes from having to do 10 laps without disqualifying. These are easily the hardest tests in the entire Gran Turismo franchise, which is funny to say because I got a lot of golds initially in the regular test school series, but there are a couple that if you want to gold them, that is pain. Like this honestly seems more painful than Mission 34 or IA15, because you have to be on your absolute A game for this to get in first, and if you're not, you have to do this all over again, which is 10 laps. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't want to do this anymore. That's because you have to do this one Otherwise, you can move on. I think I'm done with this. Feel free to do the rest yourself if you get that far. And tell me what the last couple of challenges were about. I'd actually really like to know. But it's kind of nice though, seeing this game. And also kind of cool how much content this actually ended up having. Although it only has 5 tracks, which is not a whole lot. I think Gran Turismo concept had a little bit more than that. But still really cool. Just seeing Gran Turismo 3 basically being used in such a way. Super interesting. I hope you found this dive into GT4's history as fascinating as I did. Would you like to see another Prologue entry like this one again sometime in the future? Do let me know in the comments below. As always, a warm thank you to all of my patrons and YouTube members for supporting my content, James for editing this video, and of course you for watching. I'll certainly make sure to check out Gran Turismo 5 Prologue as well later down the line. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.